So this second part is an opportunity for you to look at and see what it looks like for using WebEx on your login on the web. So you can use the app, which I certainly suggest in terms of using our MacBooks most efficiently, but you can also do some things within the web portal that are kind of important. So if we go to smsd.webex.com, and it'll take you to a screen that looks just like this. When you click sign in, it's going to be the same sign in that you use for your WebEx app. And so now we're inside the portal, which offers us a lot of information. So we've got, it's linked with our Outlook, so you've got meetings that you know that you have coming up, but there's the same thing you can do. You can start a meeting by using the desktop app, which we saw in the previous video, or you can start a meeting by using the web app. So you can use this from really any computer that you can log into your with your network credentials with. You can also schedule a meeting like we said before, but that's a little bit harder, especially if we're working with students who are not using Outlook like we are. But the important part is let's take a look at the recordings piece. So let's say you use the recording feature and you wanted to share this information with other students who perhaps may not have been able to be a part of the WebEx. You can see that these are some examples of what I recorded in previous meetings. So you can do a number of things with them. And once, you can delete them, you can move them around, you can rename them, but the most likely is the pieces over here on the right-hand side. So you can use this to download that particular meeting. Change my little pointer here. You can use this one to download for a particular purpose if you're posting it on Google Classroom or uploading it to YouTube, whatever that might be. You can share this as a link. So if we're to click on this, you can share it with specific people. And if it's a public link, password required, that would be the password. So that keeps things pretty safe that way. In terms of other options, you can edit this or you can delete it from inside this particular window. So if we are looking then at our preferences, within preferences, we can see we can set up our room in certain ways. If you want to rename your room, you can do so under preferences. Most of the stuff like a host pin you're not going to necessarily need, but you can change your room link and make it if it's custom to a particular course or whatever the case might be. And then if we're looking at audio and video type of connections, those are pretty standard. If we take a look at the general tab, what you can find here is just what you have in terms of your time zone language and so on. As you have more meetings and as you have people that are a part of your meetings, all the analytics and informatics are going to be in this Insights tab. So that's going to be an important place to look, especially if you've done any sort of inside the platform formative assessment or chats or discussions or feedback. You can find that information here in the Insights piece. And if we go to Downloads, what you can find on the Downloads tab, if you don't have the desktop app, you can get that. There's some productivity tools as well as the mobile app. And in a moment, I will be recording and publishing a piece on using the iPad app, which is much the same. But there are lots of pieces that you can do from inside the web portal on any computer. So if you have a computer where you don't have the particular Cisco WebEx Meetings app already downloaded, you can use this on any computer to create a class, to create a WebEx meeting, and use that in any way that you need. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of a flavor of what is available on the web app using a web browser. The most important being, how can I get those recordings so that I can share those with students as we are getting them online and back into the education process for whatever reason it may have taken them away. Look next to the video that talks about using the iPad app and using that within instruction and distance learning.